My beloved child, I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. I see every dawn that ever was, and every twilight that will ever be. Before you took your first breath, I knew you and loved you. My perspective is not limited by hours or years, for I stand outside the flow of time, able to behold each chapter of your life in a single radiant moment. Let this truth fill your heart with hope and confidence. You are seen, you are understood, and you are cherished by the one who knows all. Because I am infinite, I understand every detail of your journey, every triumph and every tear. I see where your path will lead, and how each choice shapes your destiny. Even when you cannot fathom the purpose behind your challenges, trust that I am guiding you toward growth, wisdom, and closer fellowship with me. I am not a distant observer, but a loving Father, who both prepares the way and walks it beside you. Do not let the weight of your limitations discourage you. Instead, let your finite nature remind you to depend on me, knowing that my eternal knowledge covers what you cannot see. The end of your earthly life is not something to dread or avoid. Rather, it is a transition from one chapter of existence into the glorious presence of my eternal kingdom. I have already gone before you. I am the Omega, which means I am there, waiting with open arms to welcome you. When you feel life's burdens pressing upon you, when stress, fear, or confusion threaten to overwhelm, fix your gaze on this final promise. Your story does not conclude in sorrow, but in everlasting joy. Even in your darkest moments, remember that I have already prepared the victory. I am leading you along a path tailored precisely to who you are. You are my masterpiece, unique and precious, designed to fulfill a purpose that only you can accomplish. As you move closer to me in prayer, in worship, and in quiet reflection, you'll discover more about your true self, the person I intended you to be. Though your way may seem unlike anyone else's, I have woven a beautiful plan that allows you to journey with others in unity and fellowship. The closer you draw to me, the better you will understand how to love them in freedom, compassion, and grace. Marvel at how my presence interlaces with every heartbeat of your life, your struggles, your successes, your ordinary days. I infuse them all with deeper meaning. When you devote yourself to me, you tap into a source of divine strength that empowers you to serve, to forgive, and to spread light in places shadowed by fear. Embrace the uncharted adventure of learning who you truly are by surrendering all you think you know. In giving yourself to me, you will find the boundless joy of being fully alive and fully loved. Stand in awe of my ceaseless companionship. I never abandon you, never fail to hear your cries, and never stop guiding your steps. Celebrate how your life's tapestry is woven into a grander design. Every breath is a chance to walk in my mercy and grace. Hold on to me in faith when the journey is long and challenging, and let my voice be your compass. Rest in my everlasting arms, secure in my promise that I was with you at the very start, and I will be there at the triumphant end. Rejoice, for you are forever safe in my unfailing love. I have always walked beside you, even in the darkest valleys and the most silent nights. My heart has never stopped pouring out love for you. When the weight of anxiety pressed upon your soul, I was there to lift it. When sorrow threatened to devour your joy, I replaced it with a peace that surpasses all human understanding. And I promise you this: when you knock on the door of my presence, through quiet, earnest prayer, through genuine worship that flows from your very being, through the fervent cry of your spirit. I will open that door wide and draw you into my loving arms. You will rise above the obstacles that once seemed impossible to overcome, because I, the Lord of heaven and earth, am the one who carries you. I see every step you take and every tear you shed. When you choose to trust me with your future, when you place your plans, your ambitions, and your long-held dreams into my hands, know that heaven itself rejoices. It is as if a thunderous celebration ignites among the angels, for they see your faith shining like a bright beacon. I dispatch these angels to surround you, to protect you, and to fight battles you don't even realize exist. Trust that I, the Almighty, resolve your problems not by your human strength or knowledge, but by the power of my Spirit. You will emerge victorious time after time. With me, you can do all things because I bestow courage and wisdom upon those I love. And I bless those who have the boldness to believe my words with unwavering conviction. But there are hearts that close themselves off to the hope I freely offer. There are ears that refuse to hear my voice, and eyes that fail to see my light. Those who deliberately reject the promise of my word, who scoff at the love that pursues them so patiently, and who cling to negativity instead of faith, will find themselves missing out on the abundance of blessings I long to pour into their lives. I respect the free will I placed within each of my children. Therefore, I do not force belief upon anyone. Yet my arms remain open, waiting for them to return, for my desire is always to heal, to restore, and to save. I am so attentive to your cries for help, especially when discouragement knocks at your door. When you lay your worries, your goals, and your deepest desires at my feet in prayer, I respond with my mighty presence. Soon, much sooner than you think, you will witness how my love and power will break every chain, lift you from every pit, and equip you with strength you never imagined you could have. You will walk in victory, for my Spirit has the ability to transform your trials into testimonies of hope. Love me with all your heart. Seek me daily as you would search for precious treasure. Bow before me in reverence, and believe that even your greatest challenges are opportunities for my glory to shine. Declare that you will stand firm in faith, no matter how long the journey seems. I see how your waiting has molded your character. You have developed the patience of one who trusts in a Father that never fails. Your faith has expanded and deepened, like roots of a mighty tree that knows where its strength comes from. You have made wise decisions and navigated countless obstacles, always lifting your eyes to me for guidance. Today you stand on the threshold of a new season, fully prepared to ascend to the heights I've set before you. Take that bold step of faith. Scale this mountain that once loomed so tall. At the summit, I wait for you with joy in my heart, eager to share the richness of my love like a gentle sunrise dispersing the darkness of night. Here in my holy presence, you will know me not merely by stories passed down or words written in ancient texts, but through a deeply personal experience. You will discover that I am not a distant concept or a fading memory. I am the God who has guarded your life and your needs from the very beginning. Never think that I have hidden my face from you. Even in moments of silence, I was listening intently to every word you spoke, every plea for help and every heartfelt thanksgiving. It fills my heart with gladness to see how you have persevered with unwavering faith. Yes, I have seen you wrestle with doubts. I have seen your tears. Yet you remained steadfast, always coming back to the truth that I am real, I am faithful, and I am your refuge. And because you held on to that truth, you are ready for this moment. You are ready to inherit the blessings I have long prepared for your life. I have watched over you in moments that felt silent and uncertain. Even when you thought I was distant, my presence remained steadfast, shielding you from the hidden dangers that sought to harm you. My angels, who heed my every command, stood guard around you, working on your behalf and setting circumstances in motion for your good. I hastened timelines and opened doors that seemed sealed shut. In all that time of waiting and perseverance, I did not hear you complain or question my plans. How beautiful it is to see a heart so devoted, a son or daughter who surrenders everything into my hands and trusts me without reservation. I'm overjoyed to be your father, the one who yearns to see you thrive in purpose and contentment. My desire is to make you a beacon of hope, a shining example for your family, and for every life that intersects with yours. Your journey will not stop here. You will ascend greater heights, stepping over obstacles that once appeared insurmountable. People around you will notice the courage, resilience, and faithfulness that radiate from your life. They will see that I stand behind you, blessing you in ways that exceed human understanding. I delight in lavishing goodness upon you, and I will continue to do so forever. There is no limit to what I will do in your life. So press forward. Do not grow weary. I have given you authority. Use it to speak life and hope to those you cherish most. Remind them to pursue me wholeheartedly, to listen for the gentle whisper of my voice amidst the noise of this world. Tell them of the wondrous gifts I am ready to pour out on anyone who dares to believe. Now is the time to embrace the challenge, to fight for what is right, to work diligently, to grow in wisdom and knowledge. All of these efforts prepare you for the remarkable breakthrough just on the horizon. Stand firm where I have placed you. Your season of waiting has not been in vain. This is the appointed hour for you to witness the transformation of your circumstances and the release of heavenly favor upon your household. I love you with a pure and endless love. In this season of strain, take my hand and rest in the shelter of my presence. Do not allow looming problems or fearful threats to rob you of the peace I placed within your spirit. My heart aches when I see you in distress, and my compassion flows toward you like a mighty river. I have promised to bless you, simply because I desire to do so. Open your heart and tell me you are ready to receive, ready to hold tightly to every promise I've declared over you. Remember, in times of sorrow, you have never slipped from the palm of my hand. My protective mantle covers you like a shield. Yes, you are my beloved child, and I will act on your behalf because I can, and because I care for you beyond human measure. My word never returns void. If I speak it, I fulfill it. Just as I have walked with you through the calm and the storm, I will continue by your side until you see victory. Every plan I have for you is rooted in love, aiming to guide you to a place of lasting peace and genuine prosperity. I understand that your challenges may look daunting. Trials have a way of casting shadows over your hope. But if you lift your eyes and trust in my perspective, if you believe that my promises outshine every obstacle, you will witness how a change in your mindset can alter the course of your destiny. Your thoughts shape your faith, and your faith shapes your reality. Let me paint a bigger picture for you. While you were waiting, my angels were aligning the exact people you needed to meet, preparing opportunities you never saw coming, and rearranging circumstances that seemed stuck. In the stillness of those long nights when you fought back tears, I was orchestrating a perfect tapestry of blessings. Some threads you recognized, such as a timely word from a friend, an unexpected financial provision, or a sudden burst of encouragement. Others remained invisible, slowly weaving together behind the scenes. But every thread has a purpose, and each one tells a story of my unwavering commitment to you. Look around and see how far you have come, the barriers you have already broken, the roads you have walked. Each victory, no matter how small, stands as a testimony to my faithfulness. Even the moments you considered failures were not the end of your story. They were stepping stones that shaped you into the person you are today. Trials tested your resilience, pain deepened your empathy, and setbacks honed your perseverance. All of it prepared you for the abundant blessings you are about to receive. But remember, I do not bless you merely for your own sake. My gifts are designed to overflow, spilling into your relationships, your workplace, your community, and beyond. Let your life speak louder than words. Demonstrate patience, kindness, and peace to those who wonder if I am real. Extend compassion to those who have yet to experience my love. In doing so, you show the world a glimpse of my heart. You become the living proof that I am a father who cares, that I am a shepherd who protects, and that I am a friend who stays closer than a brother. So, child of mine, do not fear the unknown. You will never have to face it alone. My hand is on the doorknob of a new season, ready to open it wide for you. You have been faithful in the waiting. Now it's time to reap the reward of that faithfulness. Prepare yourself for changes you didn't anticipate, transformations so swift and profound that they will leave you amazed. Set your gaze on the horizon of hope, for the sunrise of your miracle is already lighting the sky. In this coming season, you will realize that not one tear was wasted, not one prayer went unheard, and not one waiting moment was without purpose. I was there all along, crafting a story of redemption, hope, and victory. I've always seen the bigger picture, and now I am inviting you to witness it too. Yes, there may still be challenges, but you will meet each one with the confidence that I, your Heavenly Father, stand at your side, strengthening you, guiding you, and cheering you on. Draw closer to me than ever before. Let every worry be a reminder to pray. Let every fear become an invitation to trust. Let every obstacle become an opportunity to lean on my everlasting arms. As you do, you will see my hand providing, my grace sustaining, and my voice directing your steps. Remember that the key to unlocking every blessing is faith. Faith that I will continue to be who I have always been. Faithful, loving, and sovereign. Come to me in the stillness of each morning, in the rush of the day, and in the quiet moments before you rest at night. I take delight in hearing your voice lifted to heaven, even when your words are whispered through trembling lips. In these moments of sincerity, you may not see it with your natural eyes, but the heavens are stirred by your praise. The angels join in triumph when they hear you cry out with unyielding faith for the protection of your loved ones. When you plead, "Never abandon them, Lord," I am right there, wrapping my arms around you and your family, guarding you against the unseen battles waged against your peace. Hear my answer to you now. I, the Lord your God, will never forsake you. Even if every friend turns away or every door seems to close, I remain steadfast by your side. My love surpasses any human love you have ever known. And it is my promise that you and your household are cradled in the safety of my hands. Do not take lightly the blessings I have poured over your life. Care for them, cherish them, and steward them with gratitude. I have promised that if you remain faithful with the smaller gifts, I will entrust you with greater and everlasting treasures. My word never fails, and as you prove faithful, your blessings will multiply like seeds planted in fertile soil. I see the devotion that radiates from your heart. I know you love me, and I want you to understand how precious you are in my eyes. Yet I also see the lingering sadness that occasionally clouds your mind. You sometimes wake up carrying a weight you cannot explain, a heaviness of spirit that appears out of nowhere. This unspoken sorrow is my spirit gently nudging you back to the wellspring of my presence. It is my soft call reminding you that, in all your busyness, you have drifted from the sustaining waters of my love. I will not let you go on like this indefinitely. You are running low on the strength your soul so desperately needs. That ache in your heart is a signal, an alarm sounding from the depths of your spirit that you are thirsty for the living water I offer. The longer you deny this longing, the more confusion and weariness will take hold. If you persist in pushing away my voice, you'll begin to misinterpret your trials, seeing them as punishment rather than opportunities to grow closer to me. Remember, I am not a man that I should lie, nor am I a stranger to your circumstances. I have already proven my limitless love through the many ways I have rescued you before. No human measure can contain the greatness of my devotion. Listen, my beloved child. I desire closeness with you. I yearn for the moments when your heart is open to hearing the calm, guiding whisper of my voice. In the earliest light of dawn, choose to sit with me and let your soul drink from my renewing presence. Whisper your thanks as you see another day begin, and allow my spirit to fortify you with fresh hope. During the chaos of midday, do not forget to pause, even for a moment, to remember my faithfulness. Lift your eyes from your daily tasks, and let them rest upon my eternal promises. And as night falls, whisper to me the concerns that weigh on your heart, your fears, your uncertainties, your dreams unfulfilled, and trust that I am able to quiet every storm that rages in your mind. My dear child, I do not merely want your worship when life is simple. I want to be the one you turn to when confusion looms and shadows grow. Bring every emotion, joy, frustration, sorrow, or doubt before me. I do not withdraw from your honesty. Rather, I draw closer. My spirit tenderly brings comfort and insight, especially when you feel most vulnerable. Never forget that your tears are precious to me, and each one that falls is kept in my remembrance, woven into the beautiful tapestry of your testimony. As you spend time in my presence, I will cleanse the dryness from your spirit and ease the ache in your heart. Like a gentle rain falling on parched ground, my love will soften and restore every place that has grown rigid or weary within you. In my presence, you will rediscover the joy that once seemed lost. You will learn to see challenges not as cruel hurdles, but as opportunities to witness how I part seas and tear down walls for those who trust me. I urge you, do not let the voices of disappointment or fear convince you that I have abandoned you to trials or hardships. My plans for you have always been shaped by mercy and grace, aiming to build your character, deepen your faith, and bring you lasting peace. When circumstances grow intense, cling to what you know is true, my eternal word. Let it be your compass, your anchor that secures you when strong winds threaten to carry you away. Remember my promises that you are never alone, that every storm eventually stills at the sound of my voice, and that your life is orchestrated under my careful watch. Yes, your mind might argue against faith. Your emotions might swell with discouragement. Yet I urge you to hold on to my promises and resist every lie that says I am distant or displeased. I watch over you with the fondness of a devoted father. I see your struggles, I hear your silent prayers, and I promise to meet you in that very place where you feel empty, uncertain, or afraid. My spirit will breathe new life into your weary soul, reigniting dreams you thought were gone, and kindling hope that shatters the grip of despair. Child, take my hand again. Let me guide your steps each day, one foot in front of the other, closer to the purpose for which I created you. You might not fully perceive how your small acts of faith are building a grand story of redemption. Yet I assure you, every prayer and every surrendered moment counts. The day is coming when you will look back and marvel at how my hand sheltered you, how my love sustained you, and how my words, carefully planted in your heart, bore much fruit. No matter what mountain stands in your path, no matter what valley you traverse, trust that I am leading you toward the promise I have placed in your heart. As you walk in communion with me, you will discover resources of strength, wisdom, and resilience you never thought you had. You will see doors open that you once believed were shut, and you will finally breathe in the peace that surpasses all understanding, a peace that comes from being held in the everlasting arms of the one who calls you by name. Pause now, my beloved. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and let my presence fill every crevice of your being. Know that you are fully known, fully loved, and fully secure in my hands. I have never taken my gaze from you, not for a single moment. Hear my voice. I am here. I will always be here. Take courage in these words and step out, renewed by the divine strength only I can give. Let your sadness be turned to joy, your confusion be turned to clarity, and your doubts be swallowed up by the unwavering assurance of my perfect love. I repeat once more, child, I am with you. Drink freely from my living water. Let it cleanse, refresh, and restore your entire soul. You need not wander, parched and weary. No matter how distant you feel right now, turn back to me, your faithful Father, the one whose heart has been burning with steadfast affection for you all along. Let me cover you with a love so profound that it brings tears of joy to your eyes, tears you will not be ashamed for anyone to witness. And when people ask why you're crying, you can boldly answer that you are experiencing the magnificent and tender love of your Father, whose voice is like a gentle whisper in your soul. My words assure you that all despair is fading, your sorrow is lifting, and new life, full of hope and promise, begins to blossom within you. Listen carefully. You are nearing the blessing you have longed for. This is precisely why darkness tries so fiercely to yank you away from my side. Perhaps your plans have not unfolded as smoothly as you expected, and disappointment is hovering. But I invite you to stand firm today. Do not let frustration or defeat make you throw up your hands in surrender. I, your God, see the struggles tugging at your soul and the doubts nibbling at your peace. Look me in the eyes, child. Let us address this pain together. Never think for a moment that I am beyond your reach, or that my love for you has withered. Where does that notion even come from? Who convinced you that you are unlovable, unworthy, or somehow cast aside from my affection? This breaks my heart, because it contradicts the very truth of who I am and who you are to me. Remember, I have a heart that feels. I created you as my child, and I treasure you beyond measure. I have no desire ever to be apart from you. Reflect on the times when you felt like you were drowning in depression and isolation, assuming that your final day was near. That was not me abandoning you. On the contrary, I was the one rushing to your rescue, carrying you in my arms with unspeakable compassion. Even when you did not call on my name, I reached out first, determined to show you that I would never leave you in the dark. My beloved, let your heart be cleansed and renewed. The mistakes you think are too big, I've already forgiven them through my boundless grace. I lifted you when you could barely stand, mended the wounds you thought would never heal, and placed you back on the path of purpose and hope. There, you started walking again, reborn in spirit and ready to live the story I've been writing for you since before you even breathed your first breath. So pay close attention right now. My promise to you is unwavering. Nobody can remove you from my embrace, for my love is eternal and unchanging. If you find yourself drowning in fears or anxieties, it's often because you've allowed another voice to override mine. But there is no need to carry that guilt any longer. In this very moment, I am inviting you back into my arms. Shed your tears of frustration or regret if you must, for I too am moved with emotion when I see your eagerness to return to me. Understand, I am not an impersonal, faraway deity. I am your Father, who weeps when you hurt and rejoices when you find your way back to my loving presence. Yes, struggles will always be part of life. At times, doubts will swirl like storm clouds in your mind. Think of them as restless birds. If you allow them to nest in your thoughts, they will drop confusion and negativity into your heart, blurring the memory of all the beautiful moments we have shared. Soon, the blessings you've received will fade into the background, replaced by thoughts of defeat. But you must remember the times when my hand guided you through perilous places, how I protected you when you were unaware, and how I poured out grace upon grace, even when you felt unworthy. Now let me expand on that imagery. These doubts are like vultures hovering, looking for any scrap of fear to feed on. But I have equipped you with authority to chase them away. As soon as you sense those winged doubts circling overhead, lift your voice in prayer, and they will scatter because they cannot stand the radiance of my truth. When confusion threatens, cling to the promises I have spoken over you. Declare them over your life, reminding both yourself and the spiritual realm that you belong to me, your faithful Father, who never breaks a vow. I want you to picture yourself walking through a verdant field under a bright sky. That open space represents the freedom I have granted you. Yes, storms may gather on the horizon, and the wind may whip against you, but you stand in the center of my promises, safe and unshakable. Even when rain starts to pour, you can lift your head, smile, and say, "My Father is with me. I will not be overtaken." That is the confidence I long to see blossom in your spirit each day. Consider how the psalmists of old cried out in their darkest valleys and found comfort in my unfailing presence. They brought their raw fear, anger, and sorrow before me, and in return I covered them with merciful love. I did not belittle their feelings or push them away. Likewise, you can come to me with every wound, every question, every broken piece of your heart. I will never tire of comforting you or growing you into the child of mine you were born to be. Understand that my patience and gentleness know no bounds. I have lavished countless blessings upon you, connections, opportunities, moments of unexplainable peace, each tailored to remind you of who I am. Every sunrise you behold, every friend who encourages you, every new day's mercy is a love letter from my heart to yours. These are tangible tokens of my sincerity, and I want you to cherish them. If you're feeling lost, reflect on the times I made a way in the wilderness for you. Have confidence that I will do so again, for my faithfulness does not expire. My child, your tears are valuable in my sight because they represent the honest cry of your soul. Never be afraid to let them out, especially when you sense my spirit moving. When you weep with joy because of my presence, consider it a sacred offering. It is as if your heart is pouring out a fragrant perfume of worship, an outward sign of the inner transformation I'm accomplishing in you. Let go of the fear of judgment. Let your tears declare the story of redemption, how I found you, saved you, and called you my own. And if you ever doubt the reality of our bond, quiet your heart and listen. You'll hear the soft whisper of my spirit reminding you that you are not walking this road alone. I am the one who walks alongside you, who lifts you when you stumble, who celebrates when you overcome, and who binds your wounds so you can stand again. Picture my arms open wide, eager to welcome you every time you come running back. You are not just a name in a book or a face in a crowd. You are deeply known and profoundly loved by me. Child, the enemy wants to cloud your memory and make you forget how I fought for you. But this day, I invite you to remember. Reflect on the times I healed you, comforted you, and renewed your hope when all seemed lost. Recall the times my love made the impossible possible. Let these memories serve as a shield against the voices of doubt and discouragement. I see the heaviness in your thoughts, my beloved child, and I urge you, do not let those dark whispers gain any ground in your mind. Refuse the enemy's attempts to sow despair within your heart. Right this moment, I long to lift you out of this sadness and breathe fresh hope into your spirit. I am writing my name across your heart, so that in every moment of uncertainty, you will remember that you belong to me. My love is unshakable, and it carries power strong enough to heal every doubt you harbor. Listen to my voice as I say, I love you. What arises within you as you hear these words? Know that I am the one who listens carefully to your every thought, the one who sees your tears and understands your fears. I watch over your circumstances with unwavering attention. You are infinitely precious to me, cherished and protected in ways you cannot fully grasp right now. My deepest desire is for you to walk through life with a secure heart, anchored in the knowledge that you are held by divine hands. Even in seasons when my presence feels distant, remember that I am closer than the air you breathe. I have set my promises in stone and declared that nothing can separate you from my love. Even if 1,000 enemies surround you, hurling fiery darts of hopelessness at your soul, my shield of protection stands around you. The shadows may close in, making you feel trapped or alone, but I will be your light in the darkness and your strength in the battle. If betrayal pierces your heart or disappointment seems to follow you at every turn, do not forget. My shadow covers you like a shelter. You can always find refuge in me, even when no one else stands by your side. Lift your voice now. Give utterance to your faith. Shout aloud for all of heaven to hear. I believe in you, Jesus. Let those words come from the depths of your spirit, unchained by any fleeting feeling of weakness. You are no longer a slave to what your emotions try to dictate. You are an heir to the eternal kingdom, standing in the liberty I have given you. Your faith is the anchor that keeps you steady in every storm, and my word is your foundation, unmovable and resolute. Hear me again. I believe in you. Yes, I, the creator of heaven and earth, place my confidence in the treasure I have crafted within your soul. I see the potential that fear and doubt try to bury. You are faithful, strong, and precious to me. Should the winds of adversity roar around you, let them find you steadfast in the unshakable truth of who I am. Even if you cannot see it with your natural eyes right now, an entire legion of my warrior angels is forming around you, ready to defend, to fight, and to bring you through this season of tribulation into freedom. Trust that my promise is certain. I have spoken it, and I will fulfill it. Your situation may appear tangled in complexity. Confusion may cloud your understanding. But rest in the certainty that I have planned a way forward. There is no place so deep or so dark that my arm cannot reach down and pull you out. When despair tries to convince you that you are alone, call out my name and let the sound of your cry ring through the realms of heaven. I assure you, my child, I will answer. Imagine my presence as a radiant light shining on every shadowy corner of your heart. I invite you to open the doors you have locked, doors of insecurity, fear, and hurt. Allow my spirit to cleanse and renew, to turn your mourning into dancing and your confusion into clarity. Know that I hold you gently, just as a shepherd cradles a wounded lamb, determined to heal and protect it. There is no flaw, no failure, and no regret too large for my grace to cover. Speak with conviction. I am safe in the shelter of God's love. I trust Him completely. These words form a shield around your spirit, reminding you and the enemy alike that you stand on holy ground. As you proclaim your faith, the armies of heaven draw closer, aligning themselves in battle formation to defeat every scheme set against you. Through these trials, my child, you will come to know the depth of my devotion and the power of the victory I have already won for you. Remember, I do not come to condemn or to shame you, but to lift you into the fullness of life I have prepared. Open your heart to my whisper. You are mine, and I delight in you. Embrace this truth. Let it chase away every lie that tries to rob you of hope. When you feel the sting of disappointment or the ache of loneliness, shift your gaze to me. I will be right beside you, ready to sustain you, to remind you that greater is He who is within you than anything in this world. Picture the dawn breaking after a long night. The sky warms from darkness to sunrise, washing everything in golden light. That is how I will transform your heaviness into joy, and your night of sorrow into morning praise. And when you find yourself rejoicing, remember to shout my name again. For praise is both the proof of your deliverance and the key that swings open prison doors. It is the declaration that fear no longer holds sway over your mind. Even in moments of weakness, your spirit can rest in the certainty that my love for you remains strong. My promises endure forever. Situations in life may change, people may disappoint, but my heart for you is unchanging. I am your constant, your anchor, your refuge. Let these words take root deep within you. You are not defined by your struggles, your past, or your failures. You are defined by my love, by my purpose, and by the destiny I have appointed for you. So do not bow to discouragement. Instead, lift your eyes to the hills. Where does your help come from? It comes from me, the maker of heaven and earth, the one who never sleeps nor slumbers but watches over you without pause. Each passing moment, from dawn to dusk, I remain actively engaged in your life, orchestrating details you cannot yet understand. In my perfect timing, you will see how every thread weaves together for your good. Receive my peace now, child, and let your heart be still. Know that I am God, and I am for you. The gloom of despair gives way to the joy of my presence. Hand every fear over to me and watch as I replace it with a spirit of courage and perseverance. Stand on the declaration, I believe in you, Christ Jesus. Let it resonate not just on your lips, but in every heartbeat, every breath, every action. As you cling to me, your future becomes anchored in victory, and the promises I have made will be manifested before your very eyes. All is already set in motion, for I have spoken it, and my word never returns void. I see the joy welling up inside you, my beloved child, an uplifting warmth that strengthens your spirit and fills your heart with the peace you've been longing for. Even now you might feel a marvelous sensation coursing through your being, a sense of awe that words cannot capture. But I want you to know, beyond the shifting tides of emotion, that I am right here, by your side. My love for you will never falter, and my presence will never fade. Through every single night I watch over you. When morning comes, I greet your soul with fresh mercies, ready to uphold you throughout the day. I am the one who sits with you, comforts you, and whispers hope into your ear. Yes, I love you deeply, and a magnificent blessing is on its way to you. Yet in the midst of this hope, my desire is that you ground your soul in my word. Let your faith take root in these promises so that doubt has no foothold to disrupt your joy. I have the ultimate say over your circumstances and over your health. No diagnosis or predicament can overshadow my mighty power to heal. Rise up with courage, because the curse of fear and the weight of burdensome memories are already losing their grip on you. In fact, your liberation is so near, it stands at the threshold of your life, ready to flood your days with a fresh wave of joy and hope. Chains are shattering right now, and my miracle-working power is poised to transform you from the inside out. Soon, you will discover your mouth bursting with praise, and your heart overflowing with such gratitude that you can scarcely contain it. If I have declared it, it will happen. What I have spoken, you will see fulfilled with your own eyes. And when I grant you all that you need, more than enough in fact, I will also give you opportunities to lift others and share from your abundance. Now, let me draw near and breathe my healing touch over your body, over your emotions, and over every corner of your soul that aches for relief. Be still in my presence as I break discouragement and replace it with renewed determination. Open every door of your soul to my peace. You have fought bravely in the face of adversity. You have refused to buckle under criticisms or surrender to discouragement. Because of your steadfast faith and perseverance, the day of victory has finally dawned. You will witness miraculous provision and true prosperity, both in outward blessings and in the inner strength of your spirit. Commit your dreams and your plans fully to me, for I will guide your every step and turn your efforts into something far greater than you ever imagined. Delight yourself in my presence, and you will see the deepest desires of your heart realized. Call upon me, and I promise to answer. I want to reveal to you wonders far greater than you can conceive with your natural mind. Let my written promises stir your faith anew. Remind yourself often that absolutely anything is possible when you put your trust in me. Show me your heart's response. Declare that you believe in my goodness, but don't let it stop at words alone. Stand up, take bold action, and distance yourself from anything or anyone that separates you from my love. Friends who encourage you to drift away from my truth, or pursuits that consume your time while numbing your soul, will be of no help when real trouble comes. Your material possessions will offer little comfort if you lose the faith that anchors you. Therefore, cling to my promises with unwavering resolve and watch them unfold before your eyes. Seek me in the early light of dawn, in the bustling hours of midday, and in those tranquil moments before you rest at night. Present your needs to me confidently, believing that I will grant whatever nurtures your growth and strengthens you from within. Keep listening closely, because I'm about to introduce something grand, remarkable, and beyond your present comprehension into your life. An event or breakthrough so extraordinary that it will leave you in awe of my power. Yes, I love you. Speak it aloud. Say you believe this truth. When you look back on your most desperate circumstances, remember how I rescued you time and time again. You have emerged from challenges that seemed insurmountable, and you've watched my hand turn impossibilities into triumphs. Know this: when you stood on the brink of despair, I did not abandon you, and I will not forsake you now. Let your memory be filled with recollections of my past faithfulness, not the pain of your past hardships. When you recall the valleys you walked through, dwell on the light that guided you out. Keep your gaze on today and walk resolutely toward a future brimming with hope. But child, I want you to receive more than just a momentary spark of inspiration. I want to transform your life so deeply that joy and unwavering faith become your daily reality. That's why I urge you to stay close to me, leaning into my word. Stand tall with my promises as your firm foundation. When doubts creep in, chase them out with the truth. I, the Lord your God, have the final say over every matter. I have declared you blessed. Therefore, who can reverse it? Allow my spirit to flow through you like a mighty river, washing away every trace of weariness. Let my grace illuminate the path before you, making you aware of new dreams you have yet to envision. Even in your darkest midnight, my light shines. Even when the storms rage, I remain your sturdy shelter. Remember this promise: your liberation is near at hand, your tears of grief are being replaced with tears of joy, and the walls that once confined you are falling like Jericho's walls, defeated by the power of my presence. Now fix your heart on the hope I provide. I invite you once again, Cry out to me. Speak to me as you would speak to a loving father who knows every detail of your life. No fear is too big, no worry too hidden. Let your words rise like incense, and trust that I hear your every sigh, your every whisper. My response is already en route, and it carries blessings that exceed what you think you need. Do not underestimate my endless creativity. One moment of my favor can do more than years of your own striving. In this very hour, I send forth my angelic armies, prepared to stand guard around you. With swords of light, they battle unseen forces that seek to steal your peace, ensuring that the victory I have decreed reaches your hands. Miracles are not just tales from ancient days. They are the reality my children can expect when they align themselves with my will. Watch how I orchestrate every circumstance, drawing you closer to your breakthrough. This very moment is pivotal in your life. Today is the day of your salvation, the perfect time to surrender your heart to me and step into the flow of my abundant blessings. The hardships and painful months you've endured are not wasted. They have molded your character and led you to cling to me, your Almighty God. Now, in this season of open doors, I am placing fresh opportunities directly in your path. You will discover them one by one, gathering them like precious treasures. Be courageous. Keep pressing forward without letting your past weigh you down, for ahead of you lies the peace and fulfillment you have been longing for. Know this: I will even strengthen your body, restoring and healing every area that has suffered. Take a moment every day, when the sun rises and again as it sets, to pause, pray, and listen with the spiritual ears I have given you. In that place of stillness, you will sense my wisdom pouring over you like a gentle rain, renewing your soul. I want you to realize how cherished you are in my eyes. I have separated you from the crowd and marked you to receive miracles, breakthroughs, and blessings that can only come from my hand. Not only will you be blessed, but you'll also become a channel of blessing for your loved ones, and you will lead others to discover my love and truth. My heart is delighted when you heed my voice, practice my commandments, and truly grasp how important you are to me. Begin each morning wrapped in the awareness of my everlasting love. Carry that knowledge throughout the day, secure in my constant presence. And when evening comes, regardless of whether your day has been triumphant or challenging, lie down in peace, certain that I watch over your rest. I whisper comfort in the night, providing you with shelter and solace that nothing in this world can replace. Remember once again, I have never abandoned you in your worst crises, so I will not forsake you now, on the brink of your victory. I see the depth of your heart. I understand loneliness and heartbreak. I know the sting of betrayal and neglect, for I too felt the cold edge of rejection. I was spat upon, ridiculed, slandered, and nailed to a cross. Tears fell from my eyes, and my brow sweated drops of blood under the weight of unimaginable anguish. Still, I chose to move forward. I chose to redeem you, bearing the cost of your sins out of infinite, unbreakable love. My hands and feet were pierced by rough nails, forever a reminder of how I was cast aside, yet also an eternal testimony of forgiveness and love so pure it transcends every human failing. I tell you all this because I want you to understand that my passion for you is not distant or abstract. It is a deeply personal, fiercely protective, and compassionate devotion to your well-being. I am the Good Shepherd who searched the darkest valleys to bring you back into my arms. I am the friend who wipes your tears and holds you close, in your most vulnerable moments. I am the Savior who gave up everything, my comfort, my heavenly throne, so you might know life in its fullest form. Child, each day you awaken is another gift, a new chance to stand tall in the bold faith I have placed within you. The storms you've survived have only served to anchor your trust in me. And now, at this crucial juncture, I need you to believe wholeheartedly in my promises. I will not relent until my victory is evident in every corner of your life. Let hope spring up like fresh water in the desert, quenching your thirst and reminding you that tomorrow holds more possibilities than you can imagine. Let your conversations with me become as natural as breathing. Morning, midday, and evening, I am listening for your voice. Bring your worries, your plans, your deepest longings. I will respond, often in ways you do not anticipate. My answers may come as unexpected nudges in your heart, open doors you never saw before, or a miraculous healing that defies all reason. No matter how my guidance arrives, know that it will be exactly what you need to grow stronger in faith and more confident in my boundless love. Do not underestimate the favor waiting on the other side of your surrender. Open your heart wide to receive. Embrace the gifts I offer: courage, wisdom, restoration, and joy. Understand that I crafted you with a purpose so valuable that heaven celebrates when you take even the smallest step toward it. You are woven into my grand design, and your life is a vital thread in the tapestry of eternity. If memories of past failures rise up to haunt you, bring them before me. Allow my mercy to transform those stories of pain into testimonies of grace. If the voices of doubt whisper that you're unworthy, silence them with my truth. You are chosen, forgiven, and deeply loved. If fear tries to hold you back, remember how I overcame the grave so that no chain, physical, emotional, or spiritual, could keep you bound. My power is perfect in your weakness, and my grace is sufficient for every battle. I call you to look to your future with hope, not because everything is easy, but because I walk every step beside you. I will guide your decisions and replenish your courage. Let the comfort of my presence surround you, and the promise of my word ignite your passion. Keep your eyes fixed on me, and you will see doors opening that no one can close. Indeed, this is the day of your salvation, the hour in which your heart finds freedom, the season in which you step confidently into the abundance I have ordained. Faith invites my miracles to manifest. Hope ushers my blessings into your life. Love, my love, keeps you grounded in every trial. Clothe yourself in these three, and watch how quickly the shadows flee. I am here with you, even in moments when loneliness presses in on all sides. No, I have not abandoned you, not for an instant. Look past your pain and see that I am the one who has been quietly sustaining you. Do not think that I caused this affliction, for I too have known rejection, and I understand the ache it leaves behind. You have poured yourself out in love, giving beyond what you believed you had to offer. You have taken the very bread from your own mouth to feed others, expecting nothing in return. This is part of our shared heart. We see a need, and we rush to fill it, fueled by an overflowing love. I know it hurts when the people you cherish seem unwilling to extend their hands in your darkest hour. You have held your family close, lavishing them with kindness, only to watch them overlook your sacrifice. But I see you, every tear, every silent sigh, every hidden struggle. And because you have given so freely, I will honor your devotion. There is a reward for your anguish that you never asked for. You gave your love selflessly, and such love does not go unnoticed. I am preparing a treasure of joy and abundant life, reserved especially for you. One day soon, you will be amazed by the harvest sprouting from the seeds of love you have sown. Yes, there are people around you whose hearts have turned cold or self-focused. But I want you to know, I am still at work, transforming them from within. I will intervene supernaturally, leading them to face the consequences of their choices. Some of them will discover that true peace and fulfillment require compassion and empathy, attributes you already embody. As my spirit touches them, they will learn the power of humility and the grace that comes through loving selflessly. So do not lose heart as you wait for them to change. Trust me to renew their minds and hearts. I know exactly who you are. I have witnessed the deep chambers of your heart, the secret prayers you whisper when you think no one is listening, and the unspoken hopes you hide for fear of disappointment. I know the stabbing sting of loneliness you felt, but I am telling you that change is on the horizon. Prepare yourself to welcome new joy, for the doors that once slammed shut in your face will soon swing wide open. You believed in my power. You never stopped trusting. So I will vindicate your faith. I will return the very things you once thought were gone forever, and you will find yourself laden with blessings more precious than you dared to imagine. Do not allow your heart to be consumed by sorrow over what is lost, be it relationships, possessions, or missed opportunities. If your own mistakes caused the damage, remember, you have already turned from those errors, and I have long since forgiven them. And if others acted unjustly toward you, do not bury yourself in bitterness. Cast away the weight of revenge and anger, for such chains will only keep you from soaring. If someone deceived you, let the sadness slip into the past. What remains is the wisdom to discern whom you can truly trust. Release the bitterness of yesterday so you can embrace the promise of tomorrow. Fix your eyes forward, child. Let your mind dwell on the new blessings I am preparing for you. Picture doors of opportunity flinging open one after another, revealing experiences that will heal your heart and expand your horizon. You have labored in love, and you will reap in joy. I, the Lord your God, make this pledge to you. You are not alone, and your story is not over. The seeds you planted in tears will bloom in the light of my glory, testifying to every watching eye that your faith was never in vain. Yes, some have turned their backs on you. Others misunderstood and criticized. But my favor will overshadow those disappointments. I promise you will look back on this season of heartache as a key chapter in the grander narrative I am crafting. The scars of past trials will turn into marks of triumph, reminding you that I was refining your faith, shaping your spirit, and drawing you closer to my heart. Even when it feels like no one else believes in you, remember that I see your inner strength. I watch how you rise each day and offer kindness yet again, even when it's not reciprocated. Your capacity to love despite pain mirrors my own heart. A heart that knows betrayal, yet chooses grace. In my eyes, you are worthy of every good gift I have stored up for you. Soon, you will see tangible signs of my blessing breaking through the clouds of your sorrow, illuminating your path with hope. Let my presence be your solace. When you think you've reached your limit, open your heart to me in prayer, morning, afternoon, and night. Vent your frustrations, voice your fears, and trust that I am listening and responding, even when silence seems to stretch on. My spirit will comfort you with whispers of truth and wrap you in the warmth of my embrace. Step into each new day expectant. I will open doors that once looked permanently sealed. I will raise you up in the presence of those who questioned your worth. Be vigilant for small shifts in circumstances, because sometimes my greatest moves begin with subtle changes. Pay attention to that stirring in your heart, that gentle nudge urging you to keep believing even when the world around you says, quit. That nudge is me, reminding you that I, your heavenly Father, never forsake my children. When you open your eyes each day, anchor your thoughts in the security of my promises. I have already prepared a future for you filled with fruitful opportunities and a divine purpose. Your family's victories, your personal success, and your prosperity all lie in the days ahead. You possess enough wisdom already to bring light to the wounded hearts of many who wander in darkness. Even now, as you listen to my voice, my words swirl around your mind like a holy wind, chasing away discouragement and defeating every trace of depression. The fresh surge of joy you feel is the evidence of my grace, my mercy, and my unending love. Brace yourself for the miracles yet to come. Your world is about to be stirred in a powerful way. Doors that have been sealed will burst open, and opportunities you never anticipated will appear. Those around you will notice my radiant light shining from within you. But I warn you, guard your heart against pride. Remember that it is by my power alone that the weak are lifted, the oppressed are vindicated, and the rejected find their welcome. People may have pointed accusing fingers at you, misjudged you, and condemned you without cause. But I am the King of Glory, and your life, indeed, your entire family, rests safely in my hands. I have shown you mercy beyond measure, covering your faults and soothing your wounds. So receive this love with a humble heart, letting it fill every crack in your soul. I yearn to bless you even more, for it pleases me to shower my children with good gifts. When you asked for a message that would stir your heart, I came to speak to you about that hidden corner in your life. Yes, I see that place you try to conceal, that burden you feel nobody could possibly understand. But we both know it's there, and I'm asking you now to bring it into my light. If you sense in your spirit that someone else needs these words, do not hesitate. Share them. Remember, I greatly bless those who serve me and proclaim truth without shame. Through your obedience, you might just save a soul from despair. We must talk, beloved child, you and I. That's why I implore you to guard the earliest moments of your day. Do not rush from the warmth of your bed into the chaos of noise and distraction. Instead, let your first act be an offering of gratitude. Thank me for your family, your friends, the breath in your lungs, and the beating of your heart. Reflect on the tasks of the day ahead and place them under my care. Even those hidden areas you feel are too tangled or too broken, I can help you make them right. Let me give you a glimpse of what lies ahead. On this journey, you will face challenges, but you will not face them alone. I am here, ready to supply courage when yours runs dry, peace when the storms rage, and wisdom when the right path is uncertain. Each victory you claim is another mark of my faithfulness. Each door that opens is a reminder that I am your provider. And each time you draw breath, you have the chance to shift your gaze from what's behind you to the glorious future I'm crafting before your very eyes. Consider how a gardener tends the soil before planting seed. I have been softening the ground of your heart, pulling out weeds of doubt, fear, and regret, so that the seeds of promise may take root and flourish. Every tear you have shed has watered those seeds, and very soon you will see the blossoming of dreams you thought were long dead. By my hand, they will come to life once more, stronger than you ever imagined. Yes, a mountain awaits you, but it is not there to destroy you. It is there to elevate you. As you climb higher, you will see your circumstances from my vantage point, realizing that what felt impossible on the ground is fully conquerable with me. And once you conquer that summit, you will descend into new territory, rich with opportunities, blessings, and even deeper intimacy with my spirit. The harvest in the valley will be plentiful, and your arms will be filled with the fruit of obedience. I know at times you feel unqualified, overlooked, or too weary to proceed. Yet I choose you to stand as a testament of my grace. Though the world labels some as unwanted or insignificant, I claim them for myself, raising them up to display the wonder of my merciful heart. That's why I caution you, remain humble in the spotlight of blessing. Recognize that every good thing you receive flows from my goodness alone. My plan for you has always been to bring hope, healing, and transformation to your household, your community, and beyond. You hold a key to unlock comfort for hurting souls. But first you must trust me with the wounds of your own. Surrender them, for they cannot disqualify you. Rather, they will become testimonies of my redemptive power. If you dare, come boldly before me each morning and ask, Lord, where will you send me today? Whose heart shall I encourage? What broken place can I help restore? And as you yield yourself in this way, watch how I amplify your influence and enlarge your capacity to love. Reflect on the truth that my kindness follows you, pursues you, and welcomes you at every turn. In the moments of silence, breathe deeply and remind yourself that I hold your future. When shadows of doubt gather, remember the moment you read these words. Recall how my spirit spoke to your spirit, igniting new hope. Let that spark inspire you on your toughest days. Never lose sight that I am a personal God who longs for daily conversation with you. The seeds of worry do not deserve the first hours of your day. Your best moments belong to me. In my presence, you will find rest from the burdens that threaten to crush your spirit. Give me your anxieties, your heartbreak, your confusion. I will transform them into testimonies of victorious grace. Yes, my child, we are forging ahead together, toward triumph, toward new revelations of my love, and into the fullness of my promises. The mountain stands before you, but so does my power. The fields of harvest lie beyond, but so does my guidance. Your family's restoration and your personal fulfillment are not fantasies. They are my appointed destiny for you. With each step forward, trust that my hand steadies you. Listen carefully. You have time. Time to correct what's been twisted, heal what's been broken, and realign your heart with mine. I send you this word not to condemn, but to uplift. Let these truths take deep root in your spirit. And should you think of someone else who needs this message, pass it along bravely. For in doing so, you become my vessel, carrying hope to those who wander in darkness. Go now, my beloved. The day is new, the opportunities boundless, and my grace unwavering. Greet the morning with gratitude. Thank me for the second chances, for the lessons learned, for the future that I hold safely in my hands. Then rise, step forward with courage and humility, and watch how I bring every promise to completion. My love never fails, and my victory will surely be yours. Amen.